And so these people constantly are focusing on the wall. They're constantly focusing on the what if this was to happen. They're constantly Let me tell you why a pessimist as an entrepreneur is probably one of the worst attributes you can have, and why a pessimist, someone that's going to look at everything as the glass is half full, right? The glass is half empty type of a person. Let me tell you why these people will continue to fail in business, why you want to run as far away from these types of people as humanly possible, because these are the types of people that they'll bring down your joy. They'll bring down your vision. They'll bring you down to focus on in what I'm writing about in the post is they'll get you so focused on the wall, meaning if you're a race car driver and you're driving so fast, 100, 200 miles around the track, they'll tell you focus on that wall because that wall is there. And if you hit that wall, you lose. And so these people constantly are focusing on the wall. They're constantly focusing on the what if this was to happen. They're constantly going, well, hey, I watched a race before, and in the race before, 6 cars out of the 500 or 200 or 50 or whatever the race is of, 2 or 5 or 10 or 20 of those cars crashed into that wall. So I got to be really cautious of that wall, right? And so this type of a person in the sense of a business, when you got to have a little bit of vision, you got to have a little bit of objectiveness when you go into a business. You got to see if there's other successful people in these businesses that you are chasing after, right? The pessimists will constantly hold themselves back and not do anything because they're fearful of the wall. They're fearful of the crash. When in reality, as a race car driver, which we all are not in here, as a race car driver, the moment you start focusing on the wall is the moment you crash into the wall, right? So you're going to find what you're looking for in business and in life, right? You focus on anything long enough and hard enough, it's going to come to fruition. I think this is true in everything that I've ever accomplished in life from an optimist standpoint or viewpoint. It's true from an optimist viewpoint. If I'm focusing on the finish line and I don't even see the wall, I don't see the other competitors around me, I'm not focused on anything that can derail me for the one thing that I'm trying to do, which is I'm trying to get to that finish line. I'm trying to be the first place to win the race, right? So you got to be careful that you take people like these pessimistic people that will literally try to rain on every parade. They'll try to show you and get you focused on the wrong things, the wall, right? So in our world, there's so much of this, right? There's in the internet, in the lead generation space, it's so simple because for every successful person who's tried to start an internet business, right, there's probably an unsuccessful person, right? And that's probably true in any business, right? For every person that starts a small business, there's a handful of people that failed a small business, right? And so again, the pessimist or the person that's going to look at these situations as a reason, this would be the person that would look at a reason to not start a small business, right? So you got to be very cognizant of these types of people, and you got to make sure that you listen and you're willing to be objective to what they're saying and think with an open mind, right? It's not that I don't believe that a wall is there and that there's someone or maybe multiple people that have at one point in time crashed into that wall. But that, for me, at least, I'm an optimist. I have that, I know that, but I don't need to look there to know that people have crashed and burned. I don't need to focus on any of the negatives. I need to understand they exist so that I stay focused on the finish line, because I know that what I focus on and what you guys focus on is what will in turn go and grow for you.